Well, good afternoon, everyone, to FIBA Women's EuroBasket here. It's a qualification game, 5th through 6th. Czechia versus Germany. Well, Germany hosting the World Cup coming up in 2026 in Berlin, so they've already got their place. Here's today's schedule. We've already seen Lithuania fall to Turkey, 99-87 our game now, and then later on is the bronze and a rematch of the last EuroBasket between Spain and Belgium. The bronze medal game is later on, France versus Italy. So full day of basketball. I'm Zania Stewart, joined by the one and only
I mean, we had a good game earlier. This game, we both know, we knew going into this tournament, both these teams had qualified for Germany obviously hosting, so they're going to be at the World Cup no matter what. Czechia qualified last summer for a ticket to a qualification tournament, but still, you want to finish as high as possible. It will also help your FIBA rankings, so this game will still be interesting.
It does, and Coach Lisa Germany talked about, hey, there's history on the line, history to be made for Germany. 5th place is the highest that they've ever seeded. They were 6th in the last EuroBasket and 7th in the Paris Olympic Games. So they're trying to push. They're playing for pride, and they want to have the highest position possible. Well, Czechia,
I mean, it's been a tough tournament. We've seen a lot of teams make runs, maybe have the advantage and not come up with a win at the end. Obviously, these two teams, they had big wins on the 2 days ago. Everyone had a day off yesterday. So Czechia beating Lithuania, and that's the reason why they're here. And, I think maybe a little bit of disappointment for Czechia. I think they thought they had an opportunity to win their quarterfinal game and give themselves an opportunity to play. Yeah, they were great. That first half was some of the best Czechia basketball I've seen. Hamzova, she's going to be a star for this Czechia team moving forward. That's absolutely sure. I think they have all the pieces to make the World Cup next year and continue to improve. Foul trouble by their bigs has been a little questionable for me so far.
He's the #1 fan from Czechia. He's been at every EuroBasket that this team has been at. So both teams are ready to sing loud and proud their national anthem.
Now please stand to your able for national anthem. First, the national anthem of Germany. Please remain standing for the national anthem of Czechia.
done and dusted. Both teams will shake hands and exchange flags.
Well, you mentioned it. Singing along to your national anthem is a part of the honor of playing for your national team.
Absolutely, and another honor is our third team on the floor this afternoon. The referees, this is a high standard of refereeing. Georgi from Norway, Gunga from Czechia, and Dara from France. A solid women's crew this afternoon, and Germany will be out first. They've kind of stuck with their same starting five, but Alexis Peterson has been, banged up with injuries, shown us so they've been starting Alexandra Wilka, so it'll be interesting to see if they do or not. Have a look. And they do, they stay with it. Fibish, Elisa Geiserzuda, Bruna has been fantastic, and Bessoir for the starting five.
Yeah, so that's the exact same starting five they had 2 days ago in the qualification game. Obviously the quarterfinals, but Brunner, we cannot talk more about this young player. Had a great season in Estudiantes, and boy, has she elevated her game here at this tournament. I mean, she is a go-to player for head coach Lisa Tomaitis. She has been unstoppable. She's been asking that. I remember that quarterfinal game where she was asked to defend Emma Mason, and you're so young, you're early 20s, and you're going up against, in my opinion, one of the best players in the international women's game, and she was not intimidated
at all. 21 years old, we'll see her. Let's see the starting five. They're solid. They're going with little chains. Yeah, she's changing there. Hamzava also changing, so Kopenspetska, that's a big change. Also 12, Villalova. So a little bit of a change for Czechia's starting five.
Right, it was Horakova, right, who was in the starting lineup for them. But Ryzengorova, I mean, she's had a great game. Again, got into foul trouble in the quarterfinals, in the qualification game. Just for a veteran player like her and someone who you rely on so heavily for scoring, I mean, she's averaging almost 11 points a game in this tournament. You need her on the coach if you are head coach Romana Patkova.
Yeah, I think so. I was joking with one of our colleagues to say, hey, obviously this game doesn't mean anything other than you're trying to go for rankings, you're going for pride. What do? You go with your same starting five, which Germany have? Czechia, on the other hand, changing a few things up, and I think this is the moment that, as a coach, you do throw in maybe younger players, maybe throw in players that haven't played a lot in this tournament, and it's their time to shine.
It's their time to shine. It's their time to take advantage of getting a start or more playing time, more minutes, to prove to the coach in the future, like, you know what, you can rely on me. I can play more, and I can contribute to our team's success, trying to help your team win. And, this game, yeah, they both qualified, but like you said, great opportunity to show coach, because the next time these two teams get together, it'll be a little window in November, and then that big tournament in March for Czechia. Obviously, Germany are hosting the World Cup, so they have an automatic ticket, but they will be there in those tournaments in March.
Yeah, I think that's a great point, Shona. Both teams will, last respects, shake the referee's hands and get ready to play. As it's almost game time, who's going to take the 5th spot in this women's EuroBasket? It's been a fantastic tournament for both of these teams. They want to finish up strong. Here we go. Well, welcome everyone to the women's EuroBasket here in Greece. Germany in their black uniforms wins the jump ball, and Czechia in their white home uniforms. They go down low to Bruna. She's been so successful down here. Quick foul already.
We saw a lot of fouls last game. We've seen a lot of fouls in this tournament. I do think personal space, that defensive plane, they're not letting the defense get too aggressive. Yeah, the cylinder, that's what it's called. I know the arm movement. And
the referees have been showing that, We're out of bounds here for Germany. Zuda has been also a tough player for Germany. Little bounce pass. Can't get the finish. Bielova swings the ball. Amzova has been a tough point guard. I really have enjoyed her play as well. Puts it on the floor. Can't get it to go off of Zuda. And whose ball is it? It's going to stay here. Out of bounds, 9 seconds on the clock. Plenty of time. Amzova in the corner here. Goes down low. Time running out. Has to put it up. Germany in transition. Suda passes it on to Pessoa, where she's been great, can't hit it. It's about sets the transition, takes her steps long, gets the foul.
And how good has Hamzova been in this tournament? I've been a big fan of the progression that she has made, and you know, over 10 points a game as well. She'll probably get her first 2 points here at the free throw line, as she's been shooting 86%. And I think a lot of Hamzova's progression has been playing on that EuroLeague team in Brno, where she's from, where her mom played.
Yeah, she's a basketball family.
She is a basketball family.
Mom and dad.
But just, you know, her opportunity to improve and take responsibility in Brno has elevated her game playing for Czechia.
Yeah, she's 23 years old, but 6 foot at the point guard is a lovely size, able to, you know, look after the ball. Well, here's Germany. Can they get their first bucket? Bruna down low. Little shake and bake, but trips over her feet. It's going to be a travel. Way to pull the chair underneath her.
And you know, we'll talk more the game goes on, but Frida Bonner and the type of tournament that she has had, 21 years old. And Germany are obviously missing some key elements to their team that they had last summer at the Olympics, where they finished 7th. Sablé sisters. Marie Gulish went down with that ACL injury early in preparations for this EuroBasket. But, you know, we talk about opportunities playing in this game for players. You know, at the start of the tournament, someone was going to have to step up scoring-wise for Germany, and Bonner and Geisel-Soder have proven that they can take on the lump of scoring for Germany when they are missing. So imagine the confidence that those players are having, and then when the Sablé sisters and Gulish are back playing at the World Cup next year.
Well, Pisholova knocks down a shot, so Germany still trying to find their first bucket. Stuck on a donut. Let's see if they can score here. Phoebe, 7 on the clock. When she looks down at her feet, she's usually trying to score. Doesn't get the layup though. Hamzova mishandles. Bielova. Swinging the ball, go inside, overpass, but they're going to call a foul down low. So I think the teams just need to adjust the refereeing of calling it.
You'll see it. You see that right arm completely hooked. So Rezagorova has the seal, and on the pass you release, right? As your post player, she couldn't release.
Well, quick release for Bielova, and she's been clutch. You know, a veteran player for this Czechia team, 31 years old. We've seen her shoot some buzzer beaters too. In that Lithuania game, she was outstanding.
There's a reason why she's a captain of this team, and outstanding season for her also at USK Praha, winning the EuroLeague title. That final game, I just remember her going off. I think she had around 10 points for them.
Lovely catch and finish, and it's all Czechia. Germany have to call a timeout to stop the bleeding. They haven't scored yet. 8-0 run.
Yeah, I think Tomaitis may be a little disappointed with her team's energy to start this first quarter, first 3 minutes. So let's see what kind of changes she's going to come up with.
timeout there from Coach Tomayas.
You know, she's not the kind of coach who's going to call a timeout and scream and yell at you.
Yeah.
There's a few times, you know, I'm not saying she won't do it, but I would say her timeouts are usually always more constructive and giving them
positive feedback.
Yeah, or you're making some changes, but she's not, you know, typically she's not gonna.
Well, she said she wanted to get into offense a bit quicker, so here it is. Let's see what they get out of the timeout. Peterson is into the game. This is earlier from their other game. Good ball movement here. And still, I'm going to say a push in the back of Fibish, who lands on the floor. Still, just see a couple bodies on the back of Fibish. So out of bounds, 14 seconds. Guys are going to maybe need to look to score as well. And managed to run that down. And there we have it. It took a fair few minutes, Shona, to finally tick that board over.
Just the aggressiveness of Geisler Soder. You can't stop that. A 5-player catching the ball with that speed.
Yeah, and now this turnover. And Geisler for me, her role in this team, with obviously the Sabali sisters not in, a couple of injuries. She was averaging 7.4 rebounds in the 2023 EuroBasket.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, and she's now averaging 17 points, just under 18 points. Nice little throw down. Good ball movement. Fibish in the corner. No. Good offense though. That's the right decision. Fibish shooting just over 33%. There's the drive, the spin. Yeah, can't get the finish either. Bessoir having to use her ball skills. Gazuda down low, goes baseline. Use the footwork, but is that a travel? They are saying travel. So some subs coming in. Chekova coming into the game. Also Barachkova. These are two starters normally for this Czechia team. So I liked it. They change it up. They let some of the bench players come in.
Yep.
I think that's important.
Yeah, we talked about that before the game, wondering if, you know, the coaches would give opportunities, do something different, knowing that there's nothing really on the line.
Peterson with the steal. She's on her own and gets the finish, and maybe they need a little bit more of that wonderful defense from Alexis Peterson. Czechia taking their time. Broken up, but still can't get the finish. Goes back into Chekova's hands, and she gets a soft touch.
Yeah, I thought another young player for this Czechia team, Emma Chekova, played in Brno, going to USK Praha.
Tough finish by Fibish on Hamzava. Hamzava kicks it to the corner, Varachkova. Villalova back to Varachkova, down low to Chekova, and the foul. Found Fibish, it is. So.
Yeah, you know, Hamzova, Chekova going to the line right now. Both players who played in Brno, and I think really elevated their game this past FIBA Women's EuroLeague competition and in the Czechia League, of course, as well. But just the confidence that they, and the skills that they were able to work on, develop, has crossed over on how they're playing with their national team right now. And, you know, it's difficult. You did it, I did it. How you play for your national team might be different. What you're asked to do for your club team and your national team are often very different.
Yeah, different roles, right? Different roles, positions that from your domestic league over. Here's Bessoir. Bruno puts it on the floor, stops, doesn't get the finish. Good defense from Hamzava. Here comes Holoshinska. She's into the game, and she lets one fly. Rims in and out, and Chekova doing a lovely job. on the rebounding, giving them an extra opportunity. Czechia, time's running out. Got to get it out short. Swag. Here comes Germany. Geiser puts it on the floor, little flick up. Short. Remember, this is 6 games now.
We talked about that in the last game, which actually meant a lot more because they needed that ticket.
Hamzova, no. And good job running it down. Koleshinska doesn't let it go out of bounds. She taps it in and it comes off of FIBA's leg. Look at this, she runs it down. She could have easily just let that go out of bounds.
But every possession counts, right?
Wants it more. So gets the possession back for her team. And a new 14-second. Romy Barr there into the game for Germany. Their super vet. 3 miss. Germany with the rebound. Luka back into the game. They're trying to find FIBA. They don't see her. Here she is here, down low. Good, 3 goes up. Looks good. No. White ball.
I like that offense, though. Yeah. I think it was good ball reversal. I think good movement, speed on the ball. They found a wide open 3-point shot. Vilke has proven not just this tournament, but in her previous tournaments, even though she's played limited minutes, a little bit more this tournament, she can shoot open threes consistently.
Hamzova is into the game. She's speedy. Look at this, the crossover, the skip in, and the lovely finish. She comes right off the bench, Shona, and says, hey, I want to be on the stat sheet. Here comes Peterson, tries to answer back, and a patient whistle from the referee. She'll go to the line for 2. Here she is, skips through the lane, soft little kiss off the glass.
Yeah, Zaita Morova, another player who, you know, got significant minutes in Brno in FIBA Women's EuroLeague and taking advantage of coming into the game early for this Czechia team, being aggressive. As you see Peterson's averages, she doesn't look to score as much as I thought she would in this tournament, but she's averaging almost 6 assists a game.
Yeah, definitely a pass-first type of point guard, but can get to the rim very easily as she knocks those down. Finally, Germany on 10 now, only down 4. Or, excuse me, it's 8. I thought that was 10. Here's Barachkova. No, rims in and out. Excuse me, so it's 14-8. FIBA swings it on the other side. Peterson drives. And the young star that we've spoken about time and time again.
You said the other night we can't call her a young star. She's just a star now.
Yeah, with the 3-point shot.
Playing in her first FIBA Women's EuroBasket competition, and boy, has she taken advantage and proven the level of player she already is.
Yeah, shot clock winding down now, so Barachkova needs to do something. She goes into Czechia, and a foul has been called by Georgi. Chief Crutry. Here she is, sets her feet and lets that thing go. She shoots it with confidence, and I think that's the word of our young stars, Shona. Confidence. And fearlessness, I feel like. I feel like when I was a bit younger, I was like, oh, you know, I was trying to figure out where I'm going to go, where's my place.
Right.
But these kids today just come in here, and they're little ballers, you know.
Yeah.
I've really enjoyed this new up-and-coming crew coming through on every team as that rims out.
I think it's the next generation players,
next
right?
Generation.
It's on our website, the FIBA EuroBasket website. They're talking about this next generation, and she has to be a big focal point of it.
I think all of them have stepped up, you know. We got to see Lithuania's young star in Jusita.
Yep.
She's balled out. Martin for Spain. Here's Peterson, takes her time. Can't get the finish. Who comes up with the ball? And good job from Bessoir, but it's going to go to Czechia. Yeah, I think the ones that we've watched here it is, just nice little hands. Everyone that you've seen on the website or we've spoken about has stepped up. They haven't shied away at all.
No, I think women's basketball is definitely going in the right direction.
Sure is. And I'm going to say Germany's ball. I think women's basketball as a whole has just seen a real push in, you know, viewership, in skill, in, you know, sponsors, everything you can think of is in the right direction.
But without the skill, the viewership and the sponsors wouldn't be there. Yeah. So really the skill level, the effort that these players have put into
the skill level we're talking about. Lovely backdoor from Wilka. Varachkova goes down low, but they break it up. It's 3-on-3, and they foul to slow down the transition push. Yeah, I think that's a great point. And here's the foul. Is the skill level is so different. I think from when we used to play in the Stone Ages, no, the fine wine ages, the skill of these young players, you know, footwork, able to, their dribbling skills.
Athleticism, I
feel like. Athleticism, yeah.
I mean, when you played, the majority of centers,
just stayed down low.
You know, they were told to stay inside the key, right? Yeah, you could probably shoot an elbow jump shot, an elbow catch and shoot at a high percentage, but 3-point range, not really thought of, right?
In my whole
your whole entire career.
Yeah.
And now?
Yeah, you're seeing Sinaric from Turkey shooting 55% from the 3-point line. So multiple post players now transitioning. So last 20 seconds here, a couple seconds between game clock and shot clock. Czechia, Varachkova comes off the screen. She keeps the ball. Kiss off the glass, no. Germany have time for a shot. Peterson behind the back. Does let it go and can't hit anything. So Germany withstand the first push of Czechia. Here is the end of the first quarter. Czechia 15, Germany 13.
Well, we saw a slow start for Germany. Czechia running out to an 8-0 start, and then finally the ball started to go through the hoop. As you see the shooting percentages, and it's a low scoring first quarter, Azania, and it's showing in the shooting percentages as well. 15-13. We said, you know, there's not a lot riding on this game. There's pride every time you put your country's jersey on, absolutely. There's no tickets that they're searching. You know, I think there's opportunity for some bench players to get some more minutes and show what they're capable of doing at this level. But I also feel like after the first 10 minutes, I'm seeing a little bit of fatigue by both these teams.
Yeah, well, here's a steal from Peterson, and I think you're right, the fatigue. And I don't think at any, you know, domestic club you're playing 6 games. How long has this tournament been now? We started so many days ago.
18, 19? I think some
it was
groups.
3 games. Yeah, 3 games in the group stage.
Both these teams had to travel. Don't forget.
Both teams
like
had to travel
you,
from Greece. I did the Hamburg group with Germany, so they and I traveled here to Greece, and then the quarterfinals, and then a classification game. So go ahead and scan the QR code. We'll get that throughout the game. Just keep up to date with the scores and the games across not only today, but the rest of the summer. So we're ready for the second quarter. There's Saihandrova, steps through again, and she gets a soft touch.
How did she get through that defense of Germany?
She's only 5'4", you know, but it's so quick, and that's what...
You didn't see her?
Yeah, I didn't see her. That's far. Kaiserzuda lets a 15-footer go in. And 2-point game here. Here she goes again. Speedy Gonzalez has to push it out. Long three. And shooting in rhythm. Czechia playing great basketball, and that's what they've done. And there's a steal here, and they've done well. They don't have numbers, but they're going to go at it. That was a 2-on-3 shown up.
But you know, this is the kind of first half that we saw Czechia have in that quarterfinal loss to Spain. I mean, they led for a lot of the game. Spain ended up winning 88-81, but they played great basketball.
Yeah.
And you know, everyone had success. I said Ryzengarova, a couple late fouls there that, you know, I think she committed, but it really hurt her team, her having to go to the bench late. And then obviously Czechia beating Lithuania in the qualification game, and that's the reason they're here now.
Poloshinska puts it on the floor and gets blocked, but gets the ball back. Now bodies flying. Germany keeps the ball, so it got the advantage here. Peterson crosses over in an offensive bag, can't finish, but will go to the line.
You know, we just talked about Czechia and how they got here, and obviously Germany, well, you were there, so you saw them with that win over a good Swedish team.
Yeah.
And you know, they fell to Spain. I don't think it was maybe their best game of the tournament that they had in that one. They lost by 19, 60-79. They have the win over GB. And then, well, they had to take on the #1 ranked team in this tournament, Belgium, the reigning champions, and they played around with them easily the first half, I would say, and then they shot the ball incredibly well from 3-point range, and once that was taken away in the second half, they struggled scoring and ended up losing 83-59. They had a big win, one of the best offensive outputs I have seen of Germany in a couple of years against Turkey, 93 points.
Yeah, but I think this is going to be the difference from Germany. I think their starting five, they go about 6 to 7 players deep, but they need a better bench, in my opinion. If you're going to go, you know, do well.
Deep in a tournament?
Yeah, and that's, you know, Paris Olympics. They made 7th, but they had the Sabali sisters where you're able to sub in and get more production. Well, here's Czechia. They turn over the ball. They've got a couple of seconds. They've got to get it on the rim. They do. And Germany with a good defensive possession. Tries to do that. Looks at FIBA saying go, but she turns around. It's pretty smooth.
Very smooth, and you know, she proved it last year, FIBA Women's EuroLeague competition with Basketland.
Nice little dime, can't finish. Crowder with the rebound. Here's Kaiserzuda.
You know, I think 25 years old, her game is only going to improve. She's playing in the WNBA this summer and took time off to come along with Fibish to participate.
Dallas Wings, right?
Yeah, she's in Dallas, and you know, going up against that kind of competition all year round, FIBA EuroLeague Women, and then also WNBA, FIBA Women's EuroBasket. It will have been a long year for Kaiserzuda, but that's how you improve as well, right? She takes care of her body, she looks fit, and playing for Germany is important for her.
That's a great point. Here's FIBA. She also taking a break from the W. Nice pass, but can't get it to go in. And we've seen a fair few players take that option to come and join their national team, and it just shows you how important and how huge this is, as Germany have 5 turnovers.
Yeah, I mean, look at Belgium starting 5 almost all play in the WNBA.
Yeah. Yep, they do. So Andalova is in the game here. 3 in the middle, can't get it to go. Aswa will use her point forward skills, here she is. Tries to do a lovely pass across. Here's her skills down low.
You said she likes to go, she's a righty, but you said she really likes to go to her left hand in the post, and we're seeing it right there by the star of Germany. Here, look at this, Patience. Nice little footwork. Protects the ball when it goes up.
Yep, and soft touch around the rim is really lovely for her. But it's just the poise for me down low. And she just takes her time, eyes on the rim. Lovely job, forces the timeout.
If we don't have a great passing angle, we still got to be able to play through it, okay? Get the ball reversed, and then we can continue to play. Don't force it. But that's where we have, like, we can go all day inside, okay? Either in pistol, either in horns, and roll down the lane and get the high-low. But we got to really focus at the defensive end so that we can play with pace after our stops, okay? Make sure we're keeping them in front.
Well, Zuda doing very well, showing a bit of everything in her arsenal here, where she has 6 points.
Yeah, and you know, she's been consistent every game of this tournament for Germany. It's not, you know, a 30-point output and then a 6-point output.
Just consistent.
Yes.
Hands about, probing, trying to find a pass. Bielova picks up her dribble. Uses the glass, but overshoots it. Crowder. They go back inside. They've been really establishing her down low. There's Bielova decides, I've had enough, I'm going to foul.
It's a smart foul by the veteran, the captain of this Czechia team. She knew that there was a mismatch and you have fouls to give, and sometimes you have to sacrifice one of your fouls to prevent a point.
So Petskova goes out and Barachkova comes in. Looking for a pass, finds Zuda. Crowder, a little in and out. She's got to get it up. They turn it over. Here comes Czechia. Bielova, no, knew she was going to miss, so she ran down. But Zuda runs through that passing lane to steal it. Good job from Zuda here. Spin move, step through, no, and foul. Crowder out, that's a tough call.
A high five at the end, I think, by Risengrove is maybe what the referee saw, but it's only her first, so.
She'll go to the bench though.
Little breather.
Yep. And Czechova comes back into the game.
I mean, the advantage is you take out a veteran in Risengrove at 27 years old. She's had a couple knee injuries recently, so, you know, hasn't had the same kind of production she had when she was younger, but then you put in Czechova, who she's going to be one of these rising stars, 20 years old for Czechia in the future.
Yeah. Little Spanish pick and roll for Czechia. And little double team. Full court press, but nothing Germany can't handle. Up and over and one for Germany. Really starting to get themselves going here. Struggled in the first, but the second, look at this. Hangs in the air, takes the bump from Hamzova. And we'll go to the line for one.
You know, just the progression from Vilka as well. You know, 6 points a game here, but in the last EuroBasket, she was on the team, scored around 4-something, you know, only 3 points at the Olympics. So just to double, every year, imagine you doubled your offensive output for your national team.
Yeah, great production. So Kivish will bring up the ball, swings it, trying to get it to Zuda, and they'll call a foul as Hamzova doesn't let her get into the spot that she wanted. So Czechia showing her is over the limit. So this next 4 minutes and 20 seconds
could be a good opportunity for Germany to get some points from the free throw stripe. And shooting 78% in the tournament from free throw range. So that's
stripe or strike? What
stripe.
Okay.
What do you call it?
Free throw strike.
Really?
Really?
Free throw stripe because it's like a line.
And a strike is where you
boom, strike it.
Both all right. Hamzova. She waits. Villalova. Being patient here. They're trying to find Hamzova down low with the mismatch. 6 seconds on the clock. Steps through. Maybe a foul. It is. 2 shots for Hamzova. Smart decision to try and post up the smaller Wilka.
That's going to go against Geizel Zoder. I think the fact is that she sort of reached in instead of just coming to help and have her hands straight up. And how many times have we seen that all tournament long? Not just with her, but bigs defending, and they have good position. They have their arms up, and then at the last moment, they just lower their arms.
Yeah, you're right. Well, Hamzova doesn't make her pay. She misses the first. And makes the second. She's a 86% free throw shooter this tournament. Little zone here from Czechia. Nearly get the turnover, go into the corner. Bessoir, no. Bibish with the tap in though.
What a heads up play. One of the most exciting players for Germany.
Down in the middle, can't get the finish. Here comes Germany. Peterson down low, Bessoir, Geizel Zuda. Peterson is going to be fouled, and that's also another thing. Like you said, we've been seeing a lot.
Oh, the referees.
Calling any contact, obviously on the hands, but their space and their feet here, look, just takes her out. All the momentum for Vrachkova is going forward. And that was the tap in from Bibish. So timeout has been called. Look at that, that's nice.
Yep.
Good work.
Great heads up play.
Timeout, check in.
Když takhle hlavu si skutečně zahrát s Emou, vytáhni si to víc nahoru, Ema jde, bude někde připravená tady, křídlo, zkusíš si to sama, anebo sluna na hory, Ema dolů. No? Nebát se to střelu vzít, ale pojďme si to doskočit a musíme si
Timeout has been called. Maybe just to get a couple things straight as Germany finally got themselves going here, winning this quarter 15-8. There's the run, 12-2 run. Just over 5.5 minutes.
Well, they had a slow start, so they had to go on a little bit of a run against Czechia. And exactly what they have done here, you know, they've outscored them 8-5 just in this quarter alone. And obviously Czechia, you know, they had that, well, they went on 11-0 to run as well. And they had a 8-0, was it 8-0 lead to begin the game?
Yeah, it took them a while to score, but. So here's Hamzova, gets the screen at the top. Vrachkova down, scoops it up and in. Good offense from Czechia. So Horn's play here being called by Peterson. Comes off Bruner's screen. Lovely execution. It's easy, right?
You know what? She makes it seem easy, that's for sure. Don't forget the heads-up pass. Great pass by Peterson, but gosh, she makes the game seem easy. And she's kind of undersized, wouldn't you say?
She is. And a turnover here. Peterson slows things down. Calls the horns play again. Why not? It works. Last possession. Go back at it again. No. Hamzova.
I like the way Peterson is playing today. She's being a little bit more aggressive, looking for herself first, and then finding her teammates after, where I think it's been a little bit opposite earlier in the tournament, where she was trying to always look for her teammates and maybe when she's open, pass up good shots that I think they need her to take. She's capable of scoring, and you know, I don't think she should have any kind of a hesitation.
Well, hopefully she hears you up here, Shona.
Send her a message.
Please. Hamzova. Here she is, probing. Finds Varachkova. Yes, that's something looking very pleasant and positive for Czechia as they get Varachkova going.
Varachkova winning that FIBA Women's EuroLeague title this year.
Yes, with Praha.
Yeah, she had 20 points against Merson. Sorry, her plus minus was plus 20. Like, whew.
Beswa, little move of her own. Here she is again, the EuroLeague champion. Little dime and good basketball here, team basketball, and this is where they did have success versus Spain. They just played true to themselves. Sharing is caring. Can Germany answer? They do. Peterson can't get the foul. Here comes the ladies in white, get swatted away. They've got numbers, but can't get the pass needed. The right idea. This is nice, the little screen down. That's, you know, that bird's eye view camera.
Yeah, yeah.
Good for us to see.
That was great footwork there. You know, she was coming off really in a straight line, and it's hard to get your hips around, hard to get your feet around, and zero hesitation. I mean, we've seen her do that before with Czechia. We've seen her do that with USK Praha. She has that shot down.
So Germany want to stop Czechia's run now, so timeout.
Hey, we need to be smarter. Because we went 10 and Alex was in the 4 slot for the flex, so he probably can't run it for you.
Can we, if somebody goes past us, we need to foul them. We have 2 team fouls.
Sorry, but got lots of fouls to use. Not with Leolo. They're running this where they both scream, and then she's setting the pin down for 8. Can we just switch that so we can defend 8? Because we're late coming off of it right now.
Varachkova getting into her offensive bag. And she's on a nice little flurry of her own. And Czechia find themselves down 4 now. So not only 4 points, she's got
and you know, she kind of jumped onto the scene in her late teens, and she's now almost a veteran.
Yeah. Is a veteran seen as 26?
26? I mean, the amount of games that she has played for Czechia, yeah. Oh,
well, a vet right there. Oleshinska.
Oleshinska with that huge game. I believe it was a career high against Spain. And obviously, you know, she's played many years in Spain, so maybe there was a little extra motivation to try and get a win against them. Unfortunately, they didn't come up with it, but 23 points against Spain. Yeah. She was 4 of 7 from three-point land.
She was, and had 6 assists as well, as FIBA knocks down her free throw. I know she's with New York, but have you seen New York's mascot? We've got a great mascot here too. But
yeah.
Have you seen Ellie?
I have not.
Oh gosh, she is something fun to. You need to follow her. She's absolutely outstanding. Women's basketball mascot, we've got ours here. Oh, I haven't seen her in a while though. Here's Holoshinska, puts it up, trying to get something, but can't get the soft touch. Zuda pushes it. About 10 seconds difference between game clock and shot clock. FIBA's trying to find Zuda. Goes over that right shoulder and soft touch.
Yeah, good job. She had the mismatch. Kept posting. 10 points now already for her.
Yeah, good foul from Peterson. They have fouls to give.
They talked about that in the timeout, remember? Yeah, the players did, and then Coach Tomaitis came in and said, hey, we have fouls to give, use them.
And she sure did. So it'll be a sideline possession, 8.1 seconds. They go down low. Probes through, and foul, another foul, because they do have, that's their last one. So, no free throws yet. 4.8 seconds. Smart, intelligent fouls from Germany.
Right.
Rappel and Crowder coming into the game for this last 4.8.
Yeah, I don't think Tomaitis wants to take a risk with FIBA and Vilka getting their third personal foul.
Okay, well, 4.8. Can they get a shot up here? Down low again. Probing. Turn around. Can't get it. And that's the first half of basketball in the bag. As halftime score, Czechia 32, Germany 34. Excuse me, 37.
Well, it was a slow start for both teams, doing a little bit better job scoring, especially Germany, as we see the shooting percentages, only 14% compared to 25 for Czechia, but Germany getting to the free throw line more, which, you know, I think has given them the advantage and why we see them going into halftime with a little bit of a lead. Zoder, 10 points, Chekova, 7, and everyone really participating, I think, and those are our key players. So Reisengarova, 5, and Bonner, 7 points, doing it all like she often does each game she plays for Germany. I do think the energy level is down a little bit than we've seen from these two teams in past games. That being said, they're still out here competing. I just think sometimes it's hard to maybe get up for a game that doesn't have a lot on the line, if that makes sense.
I just think both teams, don't get me wrong, I think they're playing hard, but, you know, it is hard to get your juices flowing, but they're playing good team basketball, both playing their styles. You know, nobody's playing out of rhythm. And we've got ourselves a close game. Here's Holoshinska. She gets blocked. Has found it difficult to get anything going. But like you said, both teams have their ticket. Obviously, Germany are the hosts, which is going to be absolutely outstanding.
Yeah, and you know, talking about, I think, the energy level, it doesn't mean the quality is down.
No, I don't think
I didn't say that at all. I don't think the quality is down at all. I just think they're maybe running a little bit less than we have seen in previous games, and, you know, looking for fast break opportunities. As well, the mascot Fiona is actually right in place. She heard you, and she decided to come out for the halftime show.
Oh, halftime indeed. Shona, we get to see Vrachkova's beautiful jump shot, which is oh so nice. So both teams will talk about it and be ready for the second half, as Zuda has been tough to stop, as she has 10 points and leads all scorers. Get yourself a cup of tea and join us back for the second half of action.
Education, health, justice. We sometimes take these simple things for granted. They're not common for all of us. We are all born on the same planet, but not with the same opportunities.
Whatever our gender, color, belief, or capability, we are one. We are all on the same team. Let's convince those who never thought they would do it that they can. We can. Together, we are stronger. No matter your origin, basketball can bring everyone together. Basketball for good.
Ball, no. Gets it back. Stevie from the right corner. That's good. Gets it down low. Here is the move from Shumparaita. Here's Astier. Oh, what a pass. What a finish from Ayayi. Olashinska passes down to the low block. Good footwork, and she's fouled as well. Good move from Czechia. And Torre, she just had the shot blocked. Oh, and she gets blocked again. Spain sending some messages out on defense. We're knotted. It's winning time in overtime. It's Andalusini. She turns. And gets it to go, finally! And that's why you continue to trust in Chechi. Because she will figure out a way to get an opportunity. Here's Van Lowe, she gets it to Delar for three. Yes! Count it! And the Italians can barely stand to watch. Cuello. Guarded closely, goes off 1 foot, hits it! A star's born! Cuello really playing well. Santorsini doesn't turn it over, but they got to get up in prayer. They're going to let him run. And look at Van Lowe. She just finds new ways to amaze. Unbelievable. Alley-oop. Who saw that coming? I think she surprised herself.
She's even shocked that she did that. Look at this.
Okay, Alfred Onan has it. She dribbles. She puts the pressure on. She gets it back to Uzun. She puts it up from the elbow. Got it! We've got overtime! Unbelievable finish! Incredible! She has been utterly sensational in the closing stages. Uzun has forced overtime Turkey and Italy in the quarterfinal. And a game this great probably deserves it, to be honest. That is unbelievable.
These guys will be legends in their own countries, but also in the international basketball world.
Well, welcome back everyone here in Greece. It's the last game day. It's been a tremendous tournament. Somebody who's been fantastic is this woman here, Luisa Gaizazuda. She's been averaging 17, well, just under 18 points. And she's put up 10, 4 from 6. There's her shooting chart shown up.
Yeah, I think she's had a very solid first half for them. Obviously 10 points, but not forcing anything, not rushing her shots, seeing where she has the advantage. And, well, typically she likes to shoot from 3 points. We haven't seen that yet, so maybe that's what she's going to pull out in the second half.
Well, on the other side, leading scorer Emma Barachkova. Well, let's make sure we're in formation here. Graphics, but don't worry. So it's Chekova who's leading all scorers, excuse us.
Yeah, she has 7 points.
given her a couple of dimes.
Yeah,
Maybe
she has. That's what it is. No, and she's had, she's had a good game for them coming in, taking her time in the post, moves around the ball. She'll post up if she has to.
And she's been solid, to be fair. She had 9 points, 9 rebounds versus Lithuania as well. She was great. And also against Spain, 13 points, 8 rebounds. She's been a solid piece for this Czechia team coming off the bench, or if she needs to start, she's willing to do whatever it takes. And that's what you want to see from your young player, 20 years old, 6'5", stunning body, good finishing around the rim.
Yeah.
She leads the scorers.
Yeah, and there you see the game leaders. So, well, Gaizazuda, she's doing it points. She's doing it as far as assists go, and Bessoir, she's been quiet tonight offensively.
Yeah.
But contributing with 5 rebounds.
Well, sorry.
No, I was going to say, and she only has 2 points, but we haven't really even seen her attempt many shots.
No, you're right. Well, I got to see Germany in the Hamburg group. The EuroBasket is split into 4 different groups. I got to do Hamburg, so I got to see Germany a lot, but I have to shout out the Hamburg fans. It was a small, cute arena, just about 3,500 people shown up, and every game was sold out. And not only the Germany game, the game before it. And they just came out, and I really felt like they pushed this Germany team. There was a 6th man, as they call it.
Yeah.
It was sold out. It was rocking in there. They had their drums and singing, and it was a really lovely atmosphere in there. And I do think they were a big part of, they beat Sweden, they beat Great Britain, they fell to Spain, who was just a better team, but then came here with all of that confidence. And I think their home team, and then that is what's more exciting to me, Shona, is that the World Cup is going to be in Berlin.
I was just going to say that. How great is that? Yeah. It was a warm-up to next summer's World Cup. And if Hamburg can sell out when Germany's playing, when the games before, after them, they're staying and watching, this is a good sign for the kind of atmosphere we're going to have at next year's FIBA Basketball World Cup. Kind of like you and I experienced in 2022 in Sydney, Australia. Remember when Australia or China played? And packed.
Sold out, you're right.
Records. Attendance records being...
oh, that was fun, you're right. The Chinese love basketball too, don't they? But you're right, that atmosphere and just, having the crowd is really important. And I just want to congratulate Hamburg for doing a really lovely job. They were great hosts, great hospitality, and more excitement. They've got Dirk Nowitzki, who's behind them. Yep. They've done well from Paris Olympics. Also 3x3 Germany won a gold medal in the women's hit. So they're just booming across everything under Coach Tomaitis, who's taken over since 2023. She hasn't been around very long.
Yep.
And really switched the style and how this team is playing.
Well, I really think the German Federation has invested in the development of the women's, their women's teams, and there's a reason why they're hosting a World Cup, and it's because they believe that they have an opportunity to do something special.
And if they come in, then we've got to skip to M. Okay, so Alex, you're just coming, Leo slipping, you're popping. Okay? And then we've got her and inside, and we've got shooters surrounding us. Okay? If it's not there, keep playing through it. All right, let's go. When Lex comes back in, we can always put Leo in the horns. Same idea, screen and roll him down the lane and look to him.
Jeho často zase roluje, pak Aneška je nahoře. Vždycky tam nějaká pozice je, pojďte to zahrát prostě kvalitně. Když to zahrajete pak znovu a budeme tím tam zahrát výš, možná i můžeme najet, když to nejde přihrát, jo? Když ji budou vytlačovat. Jeden
Oh, we've heard into both teams last couple of moments before we get this half underway. Playing for 5th place here. As we said, both teams outright have qualified for the World Cup qualifiers, but also in this EuroBasket, they've really qualified twice, haven't they?
Yeah,
They've
well,
done their job.
You know, you mentioned it quickly, like a 5th place finish will be the best finish for Germany since they had that bronze medal back in 1997. So finishing 5th is, you know, that's a good step up from your 6th place finish as well, honestly. Like, you can make that progression every 2 years.
Yeah. Voila.
What does the future hold? It's kind of what Belgium did.
Yeah.
You know, they jumped onto the circuit in 2017 and they crawled their way up, and now they're the reigning champs.
Yeah, and now they're going for back-to-back later on this evening in the gold medal match. Spain will take on Belgium, and France have the bronze medal with Italia. It's our evening special. So we'll check back into this game. It's our second half of action. Germany with the first possession, and the clock is still going. So good refereeing. She's all over it. So just reset that and start again. So 4 seconds have come off the clock, or see what she would like.
Yeah, there we see it. The clock didn't start. Game clock and shot clock were a little off.
Yeah. Well, they're back in sync now. So Germany with their first possession in the second half. They go down low to FIBA. She takes her time, bumps, turns around, can't get the finish, but a foul will go to the free throw line.
Well,
can we talk about FIBA real quick?
You know what? I was actually just going to beat you there. Because you did beat me. I think you read my mind because I wanted to start talking about her. And, you know, she had a slow game the other day, but then she ends up finishing with 18 points over Turkey. Remember? We're like, gosh, when is she going to take over? And sure enough, in the second half, she went 4 of 4 from 3-point range.
And her just efficiency, her confidence, obviously playing in the WNBA, I just think, and winning that championship with New York has just been outstanding. Here's Villalova. Long three. Let's see who comes down with it. So it's Czechia out of bounds. A new 14 would happen.
Yeah, I agree. You know, FIBA's confidence rising in playing in New York in the WNBA. But let's not forget, she played in the EuroLeague Final 6 this year with Valencia. They won the Spanish League title.
Good pat back in, and Villalova is on the end of, I guess,
a pass? Did you get an assist for that?
Yeah. Soluka decides not to shoot it. Good court. Cross court, and Bessoir, we've seen some of that all tournament long. When her feet are set, Shona, nothing but
yeah, Bessoir's first three-pointer of the game.
Rezulgarova. They can.
That's her second three-point basket.
Lovely. And that's what we were talking about, the post players being able to stretch the floor from the three-point line. Here's Bessoir. Gets a pick from guys at Zuda. 6 seconds, but she decides to shoot a long range, rattles in and out. And Hamzaval will pass to Villalova. Hamzaval gets the pick. Gets a lovely pass stunning work from the point guard.
Yeah, you mentioned it, Hamzova, just her court awareness, and she's
Ability.
tall for a point guard, so she's gonna be able to pass over defenders in front of her.
Well, that time she passed through, so nope. The rejection off. Wonderful job, Pospisilova. Good decision from her, a little fake out. Here's Zuda. They double down and they call a foul. So 1 point game. Both teams going at it back and forth as Alexis Peterson will come into the game. Here's her energy levels. Total time play, 14 minutes. So she knocks down the first, Louisa. Well, she shoots 50%, so that's right on the mark. Villalova. Another three, can't get it to fall. Goes to Germany.
Well, we've seen a lot of close games. We've seen a lot of runs. You and I experienced it earlier today. Lithuania and Turkey. And we're having the exact same experience.
Yeah.
Maybe she just needs a half to wake up.
No, do you know what I also realized? When she looks down at her feet, I know it's going to be released. But when she doesn't look down at her feet, I know that's
just
really
looking to pass.
Yeah. Here's Hamzova, can't get it on, but lovely rebound. Good job to stick with it. And the fan loves that. Let's see if we can able to get another shot here. Look, if she looks at her feet, maybe, maybe not. So Zuda finds Fibish. Looking down at her feet. No, now she passed it. Decides to let one go. Front rims. Don't love that offense for Germany. Here comes Czechia. Little baseline drive. Villalova. And they're going to say the ball stays with white team. So Holoshinska will come into the game. And also Emma Chekhova. Hamzova out of bounds. Hamzova maybe decides to shoot it, not, picks it on. It's a foul, have to call it.
Yeah, just a reach in, 5 seconds left on the shot clock.
That's disappointing for Peterson because, like you said, it was only 5 seconds. Now it's a new 14-second shot clock. Hamzova. And Peterson and Holoshinska going at it. Offensive. Yeah, it just kind of shoves her off.
Yeah.
Maybe a little message to say, get off my
guard.
Yeah.
Did you do that?
Yeah.
You stood up for your little players?
Yeah. But I would screen, so I wouldn't get the foul. So Germany get the ball back, and they go down low into Fibish. They want to go at Holoshinska. Here she is, turnaround jump shot, smooth, rims out, but Bessoir with a lovely rebound. Here's Peterson, drives, kicks. Bessoir when her feet set, there's nothing but net and splashes it in.
A great offense, unselfish play there after the offensive rebound by Germany. As Bessoir now already with 8 points.
Holoshinska waits for the screen, rejects it. Nice three-pointer in the corner, rims in and out. Vorashkova able to Rebound over Peterson. Oleszynska looks up at the clock, dances, puts it up, can't get the foul. Germany with the ball. Feel a little intensity shift here. Geiser-Zuda, no, back iron. Don't you feel? It's a little...
I mean, yeah.
Chippy, but it's kind of, I'm gonna show you. No, I'm gonna show you.
We felt that all tournament long. Maybe not for 40 minutes, because I don't think you can really play that way for 40 minutes.
Fair.
But yeah, you're feeling it here late in the third quarter. Yeah,
I think that's what it is, you know?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to back down, which I love. So here, Bessoir takes her time. Can't finish, gets her own rebound and a foul. Easy call. Pospisilova says me. Yes, you, sweetheart. So, free throws coming up. I like this camera. I can't see. Oh, there it is, above the rim. Silly me. Huh?
Is it a crane camera?
Crane camera. I like to call it bird's eye view.
Okay. We also have the one on the court.
Yeah,
going back and forth in front of us.
production
Sometimes I get a little.
Yeah, there's a good couple of cameras.
Yeah.
There's one on the side. Sometimes you have the spider camera that runs across as well. That one's cool. Really fun. Obviously, here it is. Thank you, guys, in the listening to us, giving us every view and angle. So that puts Germany on 50 here. Make it 51. Lovely little crowd here who will on their home nations. Here's Barachkova, Oleszynska trying to get something going. Barachkova crosses over. Little shake, little turn, little step back, rims in and out. Peterson pushes it to Fibish, goes easy. Doesn't drop it. I thought that was going to be an on one.
Oh, we saw the one-handed catch and finish by McCowan earlier from Turkey. And their fancy move there by Fibish. Not able to convert, but she's going to the free throw line, so it doesn't matter. And now, well, change of the tides a little bit as Germany has gone on a run, and Czechia want to talk about it in a timeout.
I think that's a good idea. 14-11, timeout.
Bylo to dobrý ten palec, jako dobře jste si rozhodili a když bude rychlý seběh, zase výběh hráčky, ale vzhledem teďka jsme hráli předtím hlavu, ale pak třeba někdy zase ten palet, kde jsme rozběhlí. Je někdo sem na trojce, nebojte se, pojďme si ale pokryt obraný doskok, protože jsme někde za trojkou, dvakrát byly zbytečně free šance.
Well, I think this is a good timeout. It's a nice turnaround. Just as Germany's gone a little.
With, you know, an unnecessary, her fourth foul in the third quarter.
Yeah. So, Fibish knocks down her free throw. She's been 89% in this tournament.
Yeah, excellent
Goes 2 for 2.
shooter.
That's my favorite noise in basketball. Nothing but net when it just goes, you know. Oh, here we go. The skip can't finish. The tip up doesn't go in. Geiser-Zuda fighting for the rebound. Peterson will get fouled by Oleszynska.
Czechia over the limit, so front court fouls, trying to go for steals, and instead you give Germany a trip to the free throw line.
Yeah, to add to this 10-point lead. That's 4 minutes and 3 seconds now. Will be free throws because they only have one team foul in this third.
Yep. Well, you know, they had fouls to give at the end of the second half, and they talked about it. So obviously they do a good job of, I guess, moving their feet and not having to take risks. Or maybe they should look to use their fouls a little bit more often.
Okay, well, Holoshinska finds a pass. 3 goes up. Back iron. And loads of bodies jumping into each other, so it goes back to Czechia. Holoshinska takes the bump and the finish. Peterson being tested. Bruno's been a bit quiet in here. And a little steal, good job. And out to the races. Steals it from Fibish. Romy Bars into the game. Backdoor, lovely pass, gets blocked. And here come Czechia, maybe a little run for him here. Swings the ball. Volachkova back. Holoshinska demands the ball. Time is running out. Wide open 3. No, overshoots it and a push down.
Czechova might have sprained her ankle in there, and here's that great step-out defense that led to an easy 2-point bucket. So, well, she gets up. She's okay, folks.
Yes, no need to overdo it. So good to see, but she's taped up as well. That shoulder. Giving the mummy effect, that's for sure. Holoshinska, quick. Release. Peterson. Little screen from Romy Bear. Opens it up for her.
Yeah, I think that was a good read. It was a nice screen. It was an aggressive take by Peterson. And when you felt like Czechia going on a little bit of a run, Germany just able to continue to find ways to score.
Volachkova has to throw it out. 5 seconds on the clock. Clock running down now. Volachkova has to let it go. Bangs it in. Czechova not going anywhere. Czechia, excuse me. Czechova, that's a player. And get it together here. Peterson finds Fibish. Swings it to Romy Bear. We've seen her hit a couple of those threes.
And it's been late in the tournament. I don't think she had made a 3 before the quarterfinals, right?
Nope.
You saw her. You were calling her games in Germany.
Yeah, she's moving great. She's 38 years old. There's a foul here. And just going back to Romy Bear, she got her 100th cap back in Hamburg.
Oh, so she did.
So she must be, what, I don't know, 103 or 103 now?
Yeah, 103 today.
So that's 100 games. There's the 3-point shot from her.
And what a great story. I mean, you know, she is one of the veterans on this team and took time away, had a baby, and is able, you know, to come back.
And was on the Olympic team in Paris with them. Here's Volachkova in the corner. Knocks that one down. So, yet again, a little flurry.
You know, I wonder if you asked Romy Bear, you know, I don't want to say 20 years ago because she would have only been 18, but
she was playing for the national team. She had to be. She's got 100 caps.
Yeah, you're right. But, you know, if she ever thought that she would have played in the Olympics, if she, you know what I'm trying to say? You know,
been playing this long. The kickball by Barachkova to reset the shot clock.
I mean, you know, her first senior team performance was back in 2009.
Yeah.
So yeah, almost, I mean, not quite 20 years, but you know, almost. And then to come back and, you know, she played at her first EuroBasket woman was back in 2011. They finished 13th. I'm not sure she'd ever thought she would be playing in an Olympics, you know, for the 5th place finish at a EuroBasket, 7th place at the Olympics last summer. She might be around next year as well, playing at home in a World Cup. How amazing is that?
That's amazing. You're right. When's her birthday? She might have her 40th in Berlin.
No, May 17th.
Okay. Oh, turnaround jump shot here. Lovely answer. And Czechia not going anywhere. It's a 5-point game. We're down to our last 33 seconds here. Crowder. Remy Bear swings it across court. Good ball movement. Peterson looks up at the clock. She knows what's on the clock. They go down low, but good break up. Don't want to go too soon. Take your time. Use the clock. Oleszinska sees that clock, gets the screen at the top, and a foul by Crowder because they do have fouls to give.
Well, Germany led by 12. It's only a 5-point lead. No more fouls to give now.
Nope.
And plenty of time to get a good look.
Yeah, they do. Here's Oleszinska. Finds Barachkova. She's got to get it up. Does she? No. Still in her hand. So that's the 3rd quarter. Czechia sticking around. It's a 5-point game. End of the 3rd. Czechia 55, Germany 60.
Well, it's been a game of runs for sure. 5-point lead. There are the shooting percentages. 19 of 23 from free throw range compared to just 5 of 8 for Czechia. Right now, that has to be the difference as far as, you know, Germany having that 5-point lead, because I think Czechia have done a decent job, you know, shooting their shooting percentage, I should say. You know, they're shooting 40%, 38% overall. And it's just they're not getting to the free throw line as much as Germany is.
And that was a tied quarter, 23 apiece, but both of them scored in that 3rd. So like you said, a game of runs. That was the nice dime. This is the nice rebound from Neva, sorry. So you're right. Both teams going back and forth, answering. We talked about the intensity. We talk about the pride, the competitiveness. Both these teams trying to win. That's all you know as an athlete.
You know, how many times do you finish 5th at a FIBA EuroBasket? It's been a while since these two teams have
been here,
had the opportunity to finish 5th.
Yeah, well, go ahead and scan the QR code for the courtside 1891. Has Shona kindly told me a little fact and a gem that the reason why it's called courtside 1891 because a Canadian great man invented this sport that we love so much. I love that. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I'll definitely use that.
Yeah,
It won't
James
be the last
Naismith.
time I promote that QR code. And what I'm going to promote now is the 4th and final quarter of this 5th game, qualification game. Both teams are in the World Cup. Oleszinska lets one go quickly. And let's see. Out of bounds?
Yep.
Okay.
The ball bounced on the
That was a quick
baseline.
release. Don't know if I love that shot from her. I think she's been caught up in the, you know, competitiveness and going back and forth with her and Peterson. I kind of like it though. Crowder crosses over. Quick. Blink and you miss her.
Okay, Crowder. Her first 2 points coming at a crucial time for Germany.
Here's And that might be an offensive push-off. It is from Hamzavat. The foul is called. So, let's see. I think just a warning is being called. Let's see in slow motion. Wow, that's good. Skills from either or, from Peterson or from Hamzavat. Coach Ramona is not happy with that. So, Germany get the possession here. Good play, lots of movement, screening, trying to find Bruna down low, and they've called another foul. Let's see. So, just kind of caught up down low. So only like 45 seconds in, Shona, and Czechia already have.
I was just going to say
fouls.
the same thing, because we saw them, you know, get into foul trouble early in the in the third, and put Germany on the free throw line a lot in the second part of that third quarter.
Yeah, Peterson's got to let it go. No, front rim. Bessoir does a good job, but Crowder comes up with it. So 6 seconds on the clock. Does Peterson know? She skips through and fouled by Hamzavat.
And more free throws, and also the third team foul. And, you know, we saw the game earlier Turkey versus Lithuania. You know, a lot of free throws were shot in Germany right now. 19 of 23, and that Hamzova, she's going to stay on the court. She already has 4 fouls. If she's someone who can help Czechia go on a run and score quickly as well.
It's so they do send Andalova to the bench, to check in, excuse me, at the table. So I think after this free throw, they're going to sub out Hamzova. And they do. I think that's the right decision with 4 fouls. Bielova trying to get something going here. Balachkova goes down low. Miss opportunity there for Czechia. Germany, can they add to their score? They go down low. Beautiful high-low from Geiser-Zuda.
The best bar, yeah.
Czechia need a bucket here. They go empty again. Peterson. Spin move gets blocked though. Good defense. Look at this. Spin move, nice move. With good defense, moves her feet. Andalova. You don't think the smaller players are capable, but when you're going against a 5'5" Peterson, same. Double alert. Bessoir with a double, good. Wow. And a technical has been called on the Czechia bench. Crew chief Gergi says that's enough. So Germany will shoot the free throw for the technical foul shown up.
You know, I do understand a little bit the frustration coming from the Czechia bench and maybe the Czechia players, because when you do look at the free throw shooting disparity, you know, 26 attempts for Germany, and hey, they're shooting a good clip as well. 22 of 26, you can't ask for a whole lot better, 85%.
Czech's got those
but
guys
then,
sorry, she pushes off, and you can't review that. So she's saying flopping. But tell me, how many have...
8.
Ah.
They're 5 of 8. So, you know, I understand that, you know, that can cause frustrations, especially for the coaching staff.
Well, here's a quick little jump shot, guys at Zuda. And these two teams have played each other where Germany beat them to go that epic game to help them qualify as she skips through and gets a lovely finish to help Germany get to the Olympic qualifiers and then ultimately to get their ticket to Paris. So they've played each other before. It's just getting a little bit chippy, but I like the competition. Here's Varachkova down low. Shot clock running down, off one leg. Yes.
That's a big time move by a big time player. You know, there's still plenty of time. Your team's down right now, but 12 points is nothing with 6.5 minutes left.
Oh, here's FIBA, moves it over. They've got guys at Zuda down low, turns around. She likes that shot indeed. And my favorite noise in basketball, nothing but net. It in and forces Czechia into a timeout. Look at this, turnaround, jump shot, beautiful. You see it? Splash. Lovely.
It's difficult to defend, and you know, I really like the way that Geyser Soder has played today.
We'll go ahead and scan the QR code for the EuroBasket to keep up to date with stats and scores and games, and to be with us here later on. Jenna, we have the bronze medal game, which is Italy versus France, and then later on the repeat of 2023 women's EuroBasket final is Spain versus Belgium. I think that's going to be a thriller. I can't wait for the bronze as well. I'm on the bronze call, you're on the gold call. What a great day.
I think we're going to have some great games later on today. We already had an exciting Turkey-Lithuania one, with Turkey really just pulling away in the fourth quarter and Lithuania not having a response. So I don't know if it was fatigue, I don't know if it was bench depth, and Turkey, some of the best basketball I've seen them play. A little bit disappointing in the quarterfinal game. I think, you know, they didn't have the same attitude, aggressiveness that they had in group play as well. There you see Bessoir, first half 2 points, second half she's woken up. Double alert already, 12 points and 10 rebounds for that player.
Well, Czechia took the timeout to potentially chip away at this 14-point lead. That's done very well. I love that when you can come out of a timeout. That's always positive for a coach. They feel good. And Czechova with 11 points. And Germany. Foul. They got to be careful here. They've already received a technical as crew chief Viola Gurgi stares down the bench, and a technical, second technical has been given.
I think the first was on the bench though, and this one's going to go against the coach,
for
so
sure.
She will not be kicked out of the game.
But I told you, she stared him down and gave him the eyes, the warning, as Fibish knocks down another free throw for herself to add to the score. So 13-point game. Czechia just need to get control of their emotions. They can't afford any more technicals. Germany, 5 seconds. Go down to Geyser Zuda. She bumps. Turn around. No. And here comes Vielova. Varachkova. Good move. Doesn't get the touch. Who comes up with it? Good job. Czechova brings it back out for Vielova. And Bessoir goes down. Oh, good defense.
Yeah, just dropped her elbows, right? And nice hands by Andalova.
When you bring it down there, Shona, it means those little guards can come in there and snatch it away.
Yeah.
As a post play, you got to keep it up high. But also, as your teammate, if your player leaves you to double team, you got to let your teammate know. Here's Guy Azuda in rhythm, back rim. Vorachkova. Swing the ball. Andalova, step back. No. And Guy Azuda with the rebound. So we're under 5 minutes here. And Germany decide to just slow it down a little bit, take the full advantage of the clock. Guess what? 3 seconds on the clock, has to give it to Fibish. Yep, right on time before the buzzer goes.
I mean, you want to say nice patience, but Fibish, how pretty is her three-point shot? She didn't rush it either. She knew she had time to catch it and shoot it normally. Yeah,
good catch from Vorachkova, because Germany changed in a little bit of a zone there. And they just sliced that pass in. Guess what? Goes inside. Bruna. Turn around, she likes the left, and they put the hands in, which is just the undisciplined part. But they've called that consistently throughout the game.
You send the double, and then instead of just going with your feet.
Yeah, there's the three-point shot. Like I said, rhythm. Beautiful release. I think percentage is 33%, but no doubt it's probably gone up. It's 43% now. A whole 10%. Let me put some respect on a three-point shot. So he knocks that one down.
Germany, great job from the free throw line. 78% going into this game, which is also a very respectable team free throw shooting percentage, but gosh, they have not missed a lot.
No. And a block shot there. They stick with it and just rush. And Germany everywhere. Blocking shots, hands, being physical.
I mean, the game's not over.
No.
There's still plenty of time. 3.5 minutes, anything can happen. Yeah, Germany in a comfortable lead now, but you still got to keep playing on both ends of the court.
Romy Bear with the ball. Fibish asks for the screen, doesn't get it here. Romy Bear's been so good. That rim's in and out. And remember, Hanzova has 4 fouls. Heloshinska pested by Peterson. Trying to find it down low. Turnaround jumper. Stunning.
Yeah. Quick turnaround, almost a one-handed shot release there. Has the height advantage. She has 14 points, 21 minutes. Dealt a little bit with foul trouble, so we saw her on the bench earlier. I think she had 2 early in the second quarter, no?
Yep, so Holoshinska kind of barrels and takes out Fibish. They just lay on the floor and catch their breath. That's a good idea too. It's been a long tournament. 6 games. Both these teams. And maybe Czechia just, the tank's starting to empty out now as Germany keep being very successful at this free throw line. And that's 19 points in this quarter for Germany to Czechia's 8, outscoring them 10 points.
Yeah. You know, I thought Czechia did a good job in the third quarter. They were able to come back, cut into the lead, and then now Germany just showing their strength.
On their defense, though.
Yeah.
Their defense. Their hands are active. They're moving for each other. They're moving on a string. Romy Bear, good catch. Pushes it back out. Looks good. No, back iron. Czechia still pushing. Coming up to 2 minutes left of the 5th place game. Can Germany make history? Hamzova. They nearly turn it over here. And Bruno will come out. Let's just have a look who comes in. Hanoshuva will come in for Czechia. Bruno will go out. Fantastic tournament from her, the superstar. We're scrapping young star now. Here's Hamzova. Long, lean steps. Beautiful finish. And now Germany just need to control.
Use the clock, right? Take long possessions. And give the ball back to Czechia with the least amount of clock. Well, not sure about that shot. She kind of puts her hand up right away and says, oh yeah, my bad.
Oleshinska comes off the screen, looking to go downhill. Movement here has been great. And they call a foul on number 5. Shade Rappel. So some subs coming in. All the starters are out for Germany. Well, Peterson's still in, but she hasn't been starting, so quick 3 trigger. And Romy Bear comes in. Swoops that. Rebound. Here's their horns play. Peterson. Lovely catch. Crowder. Ball is being moved. And Hamzova managing to get that. But Romy Bear can't, but manages. Whoa. They're not happy with it. They think that it came off of Germany, and Hamzova looks at coach and says, I want a review. Yep. Why not?
Go ahead, use your challenge. You have it. There's 55 seconds left in the game. Why not use it?
Well, what's great is we get to have a listen in.
Challenge for out of bounds, initial decision is black ball. Okay? Go frame by frame. Show me, yes, this angle is good. Show me the baseline camera. Baseline camera, please. Okay. Okay, stop here. Go a little bit back. Go a little bit back and stop here. Stop here. Do we have main kind? Give me this one, the right one. Okay. Now I see white touching. Okay. Slowly. Just in front. Go in front. White touch. Do you see a touch from the black here? Can you zoom in? For me, it looks like the black.
Touch the last.
Black touch with the fingers. The last one.
Yeah. So we change.
Okay, wait. Leave it. Just let's see the ball going out of bounds. Go. Go. And then we have, leave it, so that we see the ball going out of bounds. Leave it. Go. Okay, nobody touched it after. So, initial decision, we changed the initial decision. Yeah. So after the review, the initial decision is overturned. We will go with white ball, 55.3 seconds on the game clock. Okay? Thank you.
Well, Shona, that's why you have a coach's challenge.
You take it. It's your decision. Okay, white. We go this way.
Well done.
Yeah.
Czechia, why not?
Good use of the coach's decision and also the players.
The game is difficult to win, but there are moments of sometimes, hey, we want another possession. So here's Hamzova. The screen will come up. Little fake, nice step through. I like this player a lot.
Yeah, little hezzy in, out, gets all the way to the basket.
A little hezzy, that's exactly what that was. And tries to answer right back. They do. So Hamzova, last 30 seconds of play for Germany to try and seal the deal. Here's Holoshinska, drains it. They're not going without a fight, I'll tell you that. So Crowder just says, we're gonna walk it up. About a 1 second difference between game clock and shot clock.
I mean, you just kind of take the turnover or just throw the ball in the air. No need to, you know. You could pass the ball to the other team right now. There you go.
And a wonderful job from Germany. A historic finish in the women's EuroBasket. 5th place and up from their last 2023 EuroBasket finish at 6th. This team has a lot to look forward to. There's the final score. Czechia 70, Germany 81.
And of course, congratulations to Germany.
Well, you said it, Azania, you know, they have a lot to look forward to. And so far they have progressed since the last EuroBasket. Yeah, I know it's only one spot, but you slowly chip away. And one spot, you're playing for a podium spot.
Yeah.
And, you know, obviously this is kind of the lead up to the FIBA Women's World Cup that they will be hosting next summer. And it's important for them to get this time together, to continue to practice, compete. And I think, you know, slowly, it's taken them a while to get here, but they should be proud of what they accomplished this year at the FIBA Women's EuroBasket, as they're all smiles, and they absolutely should be.
Absolutely. That's correct. A great tournament from the Germans, as they already stamped their ticket, but will play in that qualifying. They get 5th, but congratulations also to Czechia, who will solidify their win at 6th place in this women's EuroBasket, which it isn't easy. They can be very, very, very proud of themselves. They've done their country so well. They've competed. Here's the stats to finish the game.
Well, I think the most glaring statistic to me, because the other ones are similar, is the free throw shooting.
Yeah.
And it's not the free throw percentage, it's the attempts. And Germany just, you know, getting to the free throw line so much more, 31 times. They made 27 of those. So imagine 27 points alone compared to when Czechia only scored 5 points. And there you see the top scorers. I thought Rezengorova had a great game. She 14 points, 6 rebounds, and Hamzova took over. Varachkova 14 points. You know, this Czechia team also has a lot to be excited about. And I think they have high hopes of trying to qualify for the World Cup, and maybe they'll have to go make a couple adjustments about, you know, some things that went wrong. But they show spurts in this tournament of playing incredibly, incredibly well. And they gave some top teams a run for their money. Germany, on the other hand, you mentioned it, Z, they're playing at the World Cup, but they will be there in March. And, you know, I think they're exciting. They're missing some big pieces, let's not deny that. But I think you have seen, with the fact that some players weren't here for this Germany team, it gave others an opportunity to step up. And I hope that confidence continues to next summer. And Geiselzoder, I think she could have a great World Cup for them. Peterson tonight was great. She had 13 points, well over her tournament average. And Bessoir, boy, has she come, you know, she feels good. She had that ACL injury a year and a half ago, and she is ready to go now. And then obviously FIBA doing what FIBA does. She is going to score for you. And I think this team is a special team and someone who you should be nervous playing against heading into that World Cup.
Absolutely, that's a wonderful point, Shona. Well, wonderful job for both these teams to come out and play. They both had stamped their ticket to the qualifying tournament. We've got the third quarter game coming up, third place game, France versus Italy, just over an hour's time, and then the golden trophy. Who will lift it? Will it be the defending champions of Belgium, or can Spain, I don't know, call it an upset or not, because they've been playing fantastic. You have to come back and join us for both of those games. It's going to be unforgettable. So, see you soon.